Hi, my name is Emmanuel Verde, and this is for my written project. So I recently met with Julio Solis over Zoom, and the issue that we came up with was his labor loss. And that's the biggest issue right now within the whole construction industry, as I came across in with multiple articles and issues like that. So, like I said, his main issue was not having enough laborers. And the reason why he needs more people is because there's work up north, down south, that needs to get done, and there's not enough people to cover it, unfortunately. And the big issue that he also runs into is not having enough people who are actually interested in the field. I understand that in high school, I was one of those individuals that was part of the construction management classes, and I was loving it. I was enjoying it, but it wasn't really something that I pursued to work in physically. But I did end up going to school for it, so I'm going to school for it right now. I'm in the construction management program, but I'm not necessarily going to be the one swinging a hammer, wearing those steel-toed boots, walking on frames and such as that. And another issue that he ran into were skilled workers, people who weren't having enough adequate skills to be able to work the power tools that he uses for his type of construction work. He's part of the finished carpentry side of things, so he works with a lot of nail guns, circular saws, skill saws, and items like that. And a big issue that he runs into whenever hiring on new people is their inadequate experience when it comes to using those tools. A lot of them develop injuries and they hurt themselves, and it's just not a good thing to work off of. So a solution that I ended up finding was incentives, benefits, and then paid time off. I understand that the issue was not having enough people to work and to complete the work, and the issue that he also had was he wasn't keeping employees. He definitely was not boasting enough, and he did not have much employee training. And the reason for that is he says that he did not have time. It was a big struggle to train employees in the first place, and he developed good employees at first. But later on, the issue was that he just had too much work to be able to try and train individuals. He wasn't the one necessarily training them, but he had workers training other workers, and eventually they got good. So they ended up moving on, doing more work, and he just felt comfortable with that. But now he's starting to get more work, like I said, and he's just trying to push through it, even though he's not having as many workers as before. And he definitely does not boast enough. That company is a very humble company. After speaking with him and speaking with his secretary, he's definitely a humble guy, and the environment there is very neutral, very calm, a very positive workplace. So that alone, I think would be a great way to be able to reach other people, to know that they have an environment like that that's non-problematic, that solves issues whenever they come up, is a good thing. So I think incentives and benefits and paid time off are a great thing. And let me touch on that too, on incentives. Whenever there's a project that needs to get done, sometimes they get done a whole lot earlier, which in turn saves the owner money, saves them money, and saves a lot of people money, really. And with that, you could just give incentives. You could, you know what, you did a good job, and let me go ahead and give you this incentive, and just go ahead and keep doing that for the next job, and there you go, you're meeting your incentives and stuff like that. And then benefits as well. He does offer some really good benefits: medical, dental, 401k, those things. Paid time off. I understand he does really good with his paid time off. I think gives about a month and a half. But he's very lenient on some things. He's very lenient. Whenever there's an issue that arises, whenever it comes with a person having an issue with family matters or just a hardship in general, he's willing to step in and help them out. Not necessarily get involved, but go ahead and give them the time they need to be able to fix that problem, fix that issue, and then come back to work and then go ahead and handle what they need to handle. So that's a great thing about his company. So I believe that some of these things would create wonderful outcomes. So being able to implement good incentives, being able to implement even better benefits, and even more paid time off, and then even boasting about his company in general and getting himself out there, he'll be able to have more employees to come into his company and be like, I want more work. I want to be able to work for you because I've heard great things about this company. I want to work for you because training is now available for multiple employees. And with all of this happening, he's going to have more skilled workers. He's going to have more communication within his company. So when he has more skilled workers, he's going to be able to get more work done. He's going to be able to lead a bigger team, a better team, and a positive team at that too. And I think that's just going to be the overall best thing for him. And Julio is honestly such a great person, and he's done great work for his company. And I think this is only going to take him even further within his company. He's going to see a really great benefit if he implements these things into his tool set. So thank you, and that's it for that.